organized gang stalking in order. I've come to the Subaru place probably 30 times the past, I don't know, 20 years, never once waited in line. And I want you to I'm gonna show you something. Look at the shoes. Illegal immigrant, red shoes, red letters. Well, this just sounds paranoid. Well, when they sensitize you to different colors like burgundy, black, and white, like I thought gangs taught me the other week, or when they do the auto mobbing on the interstate where it's white, black, white, black, white, black car for miles, or it's burgundy, black for miles, it happens. And when you stand in line for 10 minutes at a place that never had a line before, and the person in front of you is someone that you, not him personally, it's just the whole thought of the 60 million people that are in America illegally right now. And that 60 million people, over half are women. So that's 30 million. So 30 million breeding at 1.4 children per year. That equals what? 30 million times 1.4? Where does that put us at? Way too far, right? Right. 2 bottles. So, always.
No, that's okay. Thank you.
If you have an engine that has a coolant leak, like a head gasket, a cracked block, a cracked head, or one that just leaks a little bit of fluid, a little bit of antifreeze, this is what you do. You go get this from Subaru. This is what they took out. This is because of the EPA. They took this out of antifreeze. It is a clotting agent. So how your body sends certain cells, I think it's what, red blood cells, to go to a cut or a wound, and it helps you scab so you stop bleeding. This is what they took out of antifreeze because it's severely toxic to animals. So they took this out of antifreeze, so now antifreeze doesn't have a clotting agent. So I got these 2 bottles for like $4.50. I can attest, this is right here, saved probably 3 or 4 engines. I had a Ford Taurus 3.0, the worst motor Ford ever built besides the 6.0 diesel. It's 3.0 Ford Taurus station wagon. Had a cracked block right down the middle. I poured 1 bottle in this, fixed it. I drove the car for another 5 years, sold it, and to my knowledge, it is still on the road today. Don't ever put stop leak in your vehicles. Like for a radiator, your radiator gets a hole in it, don't put stop leak. That stuff gums up your entire cooling system. It's the worst stuff you'll ever buy, because it'll stop the leak, but it stops up everything else. If you have an emergency and you need to stop a leak and you can't get to the Subaru place, you can buy that Subaru place. If you can't get to the Subaru place, go get you some pepper. Pour about a half a can of pepper in it, and that'll help clot it up to slow down the leak. But this is the stuff you buy right here. Now I've got to go to the auto parts store and get the antifreeze. My daughter's car is, I think she's got a cracked head on her Volkswagen. She thinks she ran a little hot and it's starting to steam out the exhaust. So white smoke. If it's white smoke, that's head. That's antifreeze burning. If it's oil, if it's black smoke, it's oil smoke. But getting this for her. Last night, when Mason and I watch TV, rarely when his mother's not home, he spends time with me. And his mother is home, he doesn't say 2 words to me. So his mother was going to work last night. We're laying there, and I just like watching movies with him from my childhood. So we watched The 3 Amigos. You know The 3 Amigos. I could tell you, but literally I'm getting brain fried right now. Chevy Chase, Steve Martin, and Martin Short. Watching that last night. As soon as it was over, we click off that movie channel. I think it's like Showtime. I've got like it was those free subscriptions where you subscribe for a week and then it turns off. Get through watching that, and I go from that to YouTube. And while I was watching that, they completely logged out and removed my YouTube channel from my TV. If you don't watch YouTube TV like I do, literally every one of my channels, all my subscriptions, hundreds, and if not maybe even 1,000 subscriptions I save. So every day I get the content that I choose because that's what I watch. So all these channels, all the program that I programmed for the last year and a half, They deleted it all. It took me 30 minutes at 2 o'clock in the morning to get everything reprogrammed so I could go back to work, so I could go back to enjoying my night. It's ridiculous. But that's organized gang stalking, the hacking that I deal with. Non-stop, never-ending crap. God bless.